guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to talk about 5 supplements that an athlete can consider taking. So as a sports dietitian, one of the most common questions I get from athletes is, what supplement should I take to improve my performance? Well, it's a great question, but the answer isn't that straightforward, because some supplements can be really safe and provide many benefits to one athlete, while may not provide similar benefits to other athletes or could be harmful as well. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you 5 supplements that are pretty safe and any athlete can take without any harm. But before I begin, if you're new to my channel, then please subscribe, like and comment on this video, because by doing these small activities, my video will reach more and more athletes like you. So stay tuned and I'll be right back. So before I dive into the supplements directly, I want you to understand if you really need supplements or not. And athletes and parents, this section of this video is very important. Do not skip and listen to me very carefully, because one supplement doesn't fit all. Every athlete has their own goals, own challenges and their own body type. So choosing the right option may vary from one athlete to another. And as a sports dietitian, there are few criteria I typically use to help athletes to understand whether they need supplements or not. So the first step is to evaluate your food intake and figure out any nutrient gaps or deficiencies. And if you're unable to meet your nutrient needs through food alone, then you may need supplements to fill those gaps. Then number 2, some athletes may have some specific performance goals like building muscles or improving endurance, and because of that, they may need supplements to support their goals. Then number 3 is training volumes and intensities. So athletes who train at high volumes or intensities may have increased nutrient demands, which may require additional supplements to meet those demands. Then at number 4, some medical conditions or medications may impact nutrient absorption or increase nutrient demands, due to which some supplements might be required to meet those demands. And the last criteria is personal preferences and restrictions. So athletes who follow vegan or vegetarian diet may have difficulty in meeting certain nutrient needs, making supplements a beneficial option. Additionally, some athletes may have food allergies or intolerances that limit their dietary options. As a result, again, supplements become a helpful option. So overall, athletes, you should meet your nutrient needs through balanced diet first and use supplements only when necessary to fill gaps or support goals. And please do consult a qualified sports dietitian before you consume any supplement. So once all these factors have been evaluated, there are 5 supplements that athletes can take to support their performance and overall health. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first supplement in my list is protein powders. Yes, I agree, you can get enough proteins from food, and that's always going to be better. But let's accept, protein powders can be convenient and effective way to increase your protein intake, especially for those who struggle to get enough protein from food alone, or for athletes who travel a lot for tournaments, especially in remote areas. Think about it. If you're traveling for your swimming, badminton, tennis, maybe athletics competition, you know sometimes it's so difficult to get even curd rice. Then how will you get paneer, tofu or any non-veg item? And generally we avoid these items outside due to safety and hygiene issues. And do you know, 9 out of 10 Indians are deficient in proteins, including athletes. And athletes need more proteins as they are building or recovering muscles and tissues. And their protein requirements are 2 to 3 times higher the amount of proteins required by non-athletes. And come on guys, let's break these myths of considering protein powders as steroids or they harm kidneys. There is no research suggesting that consuming protein powders in recommended amounts can damage kidneys in healthy individuals. However, consuming excessive amount of proteins over a longer period of time, either through food or supplements, can put a strain on kidneys. So overall, protein powders are safe and do not contain steroids or performance enhancing drugs, provided you are purchasing a reputed brand from a certified distributor. distributor. So protein powders are typically a concentrated form of proteins that can be easily mixed in shakes and smoothies. But athletes, please note, do not use protein powders as a replacement for whole foods, but instead use as a supplement to support your overall nutrition and training goals. And please do consult a qualified sports dietitian to make sure you are picking up the right protein powder that is made up of clean ingredients without added sugar, flavor enhancers, bulking agents and nasty preservatives, and the one that is third-party tested as well. Now moving on to my next supplement that can help athletes holistically is omega-3 fatty acid supplements. So basically omega-3s are essential fats that our body cannot produce. As a result, we need to get it either through food or supplement. So now let's understand how omega-3 fatty acids can help athletes. Number one, we already know that omega-3 fatty acids help in cardiovascular health by lowering blood pressure and reducing triglyceride levels. Athletes who place extra stress on their cardiovascular system can be benefited through omega-3 fatty acids. Then these fatty acids have anti-inflammatory properties. As a result, it helps in reducing exercise-induced muscle soreness and inflammation, which in turn helps in improving recovery and reduces the risk of injury. And lastly, omega-3s are important for brain function, which can improve cognitive performance, including memory and reaction time. So overall, by including omega-3 fatty acids in an athlete's diet or supplement can really help in improving performance, recovery and overall health. But here again, I will insist, athletes, please first try to get omega-3 fats through whole foods like fatty fish, nuts and seeds. But if you're finding it difficult to consume these foods, then you can think about including omega-3 supplements in your routine. And by the way, I have a detailed video on omega-3 fatty acids and how they help in muscle building. I highly recommend you to watch that video, and that video will be linked here on top and in the description box below. Now moving on to my third supplement, and that is probiotics. Many athletes have poor gut, and when absorption is impaired, the entire system is compromised. So one of my athletes in the past was struggling to improve his iron levels. We tried with iron-rich foods and iron supplement, but nothing was working. Then I tried with a probiotic supplementation, and within a span of time, his iron level and ferritin level improved. So probiotics are nothing but good bacteria that our gut needs to function properly. And stomach disturbances are pretty common among athletes, especially endurance athletes. And since 70% of our immune system is present in our gut, it is very important to protect our gut from toxins and stressors. And probiotic supplementation is one of the most researched topic, and the results have been linked to improved gut function, immunity and sports performance too. So athletes, if you have a sensitive gut or if you travel a lot, then please consider probiotics as first line of defense. And yes, food always comes first, and including yogurt, pickled foods, kefir, kimchi can definitely help. But if you have a compromised gut, then you can definitely opt for a good probiotic supplement. And by the way, I again have a detailed video on how probiotics can help athletes in improving their sports performance. Do watch that video. Now the next supplement at number 4 is sports drinks or electrolyte drinks. So athletes on sports drink also, I have a detailed video which can answer all your queries. So athletes can consider taking sports drink or electrolyte drinks to replenish fluids lost during intense physical activity, especially in hot and humid environment. Also, athletes who are training for longer duration or at higher intensities at higher temperature can also consider taking these drinks. So, electrolyte drinks contain only electrolytes, which play an important role in fluid balance, muscle and nerve function and other vital processes in the body. Whereas sports drink also contain a blend of carbohydrates along with electrolytes. So the carbs in sports drink can provide a quick source of energy to fuel the muscles. But here it is very important to remember that sports drink contain added sugar and calories, which can be bad for health if you consume excessively. So athletes, please choose your sports drink wisely and in moderation, and do consider food alternatives like water, coconut water and electrolyte sources like fruits and vegetables. vegetables. Now the last supplement at number 5 is micronutrient supplements. Athletes may need supplements like iron, calcium, magnesium, vitamin D, B vitamins, etc. because deficiencies in these micronutrients can impact performance and overall health. So like athletes who train indoors have a higher risk of developing vitamin D and calcium deficiency compared to athletes who train outdoors. Then water-soluble vitamins like B and C and minerals like sodium, potassium, calcium and magnesium are lost due to heavy sweating and increased urine output. Similarly, iron deficiency is predominantly seen in female athletes as well as endurance athletes. And all these micronutrients are very important for overall performance, recovery, immunity, and many other things. So athletes, get your micronutrient status checked at least once in 6 months or at least once a year. And supplement yourself if you see a greater deficiency. Obviously, only after consulting a sports dietitian, because food may not be enough to tackle these deficiencies. So athletes, these were my top 5 picks. Please remember, supplements are not a substitute for a well-balanced diet. First, focus on meeting your nutritional needs through food and consult a qualified sports dietitian to understand if a supplement is necessary and safe for you. And always opt for reputed brands and products that are third-party tested for quality and purity. And that's all for today. If you like this video and you learned something new, then please do give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you have any questions related to any supplements that I have mentioned, and I'll be happy to answer. If you want to work one-on-one with me, then all the details are here on the screen. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely weekend, and I shall see you next week.